Basi tukufahamishe kuhusu KRA Tax Amnesty Program na jinsi utakavyoweza kusamehewa adhabu na riba na KRA. Pia tutakuwa tunakusaidia kujaza fomu za kodi za mwaka 2024 na kukusaidia na huduma za KRA kwa mtaa wako. Ijumaa tarehe 30 mwezi Mei na Jumamosi tarehe 31 tutakuwa na mobile clinic mjini Kisumu pale Kenyatta Grounds na Achok, Nyalenda, maeneo ya Mega Mall. KRA, tulipe ushuru, tujitegemee.
Did you know that as a pension scheme member, you have several rights that protect your savings and ensure your future is secure? First, once you exit your scheme, the law provides that you receive payment within 30 days, and you can transfer your benefits from one scheme to another within 60 days. You have options on exit to take cash, defer, or transfer your benefits. You also have the right to access and interrogate scheme documentation, attend annual general meetings, receive annual benefit statements, and nominate beneficiaries. Further, your pension savings are safeguarded by law, so scheme funds cannot be used to settle loans. Member benefits are protected from execution or attachment, even in cases of bankruptcy or death. The Retirement Benefits Authority plays a crucial role in managing your scheme. We supervise continuously, receiving quarterly and annual submissions from trustees and service providers. Your pension is in safe hands. Know your rights and trust Retirement Benefits Authority to keep your future secure. For more information, visit our website www.rba.go.ke, call our toll-free line on 0800 720 300 or email info@rba.go.ke. Secure your future, secure your peace of mind. RBA, safeguarding your retirement benefits.
Je, umewahi kuwa na deni ya KRA? Basi, usiwe na shaka. KRA wakishirikiana na KBC wamekuandalia roadshow murwa kabisa. Jiunge nasi tukufahamishe kuhusu KRA Tax Amnesty Program na jinsi utakavyoweza kusamehewa adhabu na riba na KRA. Pia, tutakuwa tunakusaidia kujaza fomu za kodi za mwaka 2024 na kukusaidia na huduma za KRA kwa mtaa wako. Ijumaa tarehe 30 mwezi Mei na Jumamosi tarehe 31 tutakuwa na mobile clinic mjini Kisumu pale Kenyatta Grounds na Achok, Nyalenda, maeneo ya Mega Mall. KRA, tulipe ushuru, tujitegemee.
Did you know that as a pension scheme member, you have several rights that protect your savings and ensure your future is secure? First, once you exit your scheme, the law provides that you receive payment within 30 days, and you can transfer your benefits from one scheme to another within 60 days. You have options on exit to take cash, defer, or transfer your benefits. You also have the right to access and interrogate scheme documentation, attend annual general meetings, receive annual benefit statements, and nominate beneficiaries. Further, your pension savings are safeguarded by law, so scheme funds cannot be used to settle loans. Member benefits are protected from execution or attachment, even in cases of bankruptcy or death. The Retirement Benefits Authority plays a crucial role in managing your scheme. We supervise continuously, receiving quarterly and annual submissions from trustees and service providers. Your pension is in safe hands. Know your rights and trust Retirement Benefits Authority to keep your future secure. For more information, visit our website www.rba.go.ke, call our toll-free line on 0800 720 300 or email info@rba.go.ke. Secure your future, secure your peace of mind. RBA, safeguarding your retirement benefits.
Najua mimi tangu niamke sijapatana na kitu chai.
Nitaharakisha. Itakuwa ready by 1.
Tuko shule.
I've been raising someone else's kid all these years. At least you deserve to know mtoto wa nani.
What? Fanya hivi. Usiongee na mtu, unasikia? Hata mtu akikuuliza anything usijibu.
I need all the documents concerning this house.
Let's be honest. Do you think she'll win this case?
Mbona unaonekana umechanganyikiwa hivyo? Kuna shida? Mambo ya hii nyumba nimemaliza. Hii nyumba haiuzwi. Unajaribu kuniambia kuna kitu umetendekea mtoto wangu.
Think she ran away.
Ati?
Unaishi wapi?
Bangladesh mheshimiwa.
Bangladesh ni India mania?
Sio India, hapa hivi Longai mheshimiwa. KWS.
Ndio.
Umeshawahi kuliwa?
Na nani?
Kuliwa na nani?
Kuliwa na nani?
Na fisi.
Na nini?
Na fisi.
Bado sijakuliwa na fisi.
Bado. First of all, you have said you are a terrorist.
Hapana, iko terrorist, mimi iko terrorist.
Mheshimiwa Maki hiyo
amesema
mjue hapa mko kwa hatari saa hii.
Sikiza. Amesema yeye ni tourist.
How do you run when the hyena is just there? How can you run?
Si uongee lugha ile utaelewa. Sasa hii kizungu unangangana na umeelewa.
Tunaelewana kisungu.
Hakuna kitu tunaelewana.
Kwa nini wakati fisi nimeua fisi ndio mnakuja kunishika? Why?
Hao ni wadudu ambao wanapatikana kwa uchafu. Fisi ni mnyama ambaye analindwa na sheria.
So mimi ni mchafu. You want me to say mimi ni mchafu? Baby face kama mimi ni mchafu.
Angalia nywele yako kwa pasi.
Hiyo sura yako imekunjana ni baby face.
Well, several events are currently unfolding, especially here in the capital, from the National Prayer Breakfast that has just concluded at the Safari Park, all the way to a conference that is currently happening, including the Africa Chiefs of Defence Conference at 2025, to the corridors of Justice as well as the corridors of the Augusta House. Welcome to our broadcast. We'll make sure that we unpack for you those events and many others at the 47 devolved units. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom end of the screen is Lucy Mwaura. And we start off here in the capital, where President William Ruto has tendered his reserved apology and clearly stated that, and I quote, "To our neighbors from Tanzania, if we have wronged you in any way, forgive us. Our friends from Uganda, if there is anything that Kenyans have done that is not right, we want to apologize." The president noted at that particular prayer breakfast. He further went further to say that to our children, if there is any misstep, we apologize. We want to build a relationship that will make our country great. Let's get to hear from the head of state.
Our neighbors from Tanzania, if we have wronged you in any way, forgive us. Our friends from Uganda, if there is anything that Kenyans have done that's not right, we want to apologize if there is anything. To our children, if there is any misstep, we apologize. To our neighbors, if there is any misstep that we have done, you know, we want to build the relationship that will make our country great and will take us forward. And to each and every one of us, you know, I know today God in his own way has made it possible for us to build the bridges between our political parties. We now have a broad-based government that brings us more people, more citizens, more into one ecosystem that we can plan together, we can work together for the greater good of our nation.
earlier on at the National Prayer Breakfast, where the President was speaking to the various events that are currently happening here in the country and, of course, to our neighboring countries. The President also went further to say that the current administration is also similarly changing tact and welcome the spirit of mending broken relationships, maintaining that his administration is focused on unifying Kenyans and developing the nation, including the Great East African region. Now, from the National Prayer Breakfast, the President also joined top chiefs at the African Chiefs of Defence Conference 2025 that is currently happening here in the capital. The President also spoke there, including the Defence Cabinet Secretary Soipan Ntuya. I do understand that our reporter, that is Yusuf Farah, is joining us here in the capital as well. But let's get to hear from the President first.
The strengthening of Africa's collective voice in global security affairs. And I'm very happy that I've been informed that we have 38 different delegations attending this conference, and it speaks to the growing awareness that security goes beyond the borders of any country, and that collaboration, partnership, and building synergy is the way to greater security and stability within and outside our countries. The theme, strengthening African security, sustaining unity of effort, underscores the reality that our safety is interconnected. When one country or region falters, the ripple effect transcends borders, impacting livelihoods, economies, and development prospects. True security in Africa must be continental in ambition and collaborative in execution. For Africa to thrive, we must deepen our investment in unity, not just as a diplomatic ideal, but as a practical strategy for resilience. Strengthening partnerships among our defense institutions, promoting shared doctrines and strategic alignment, and the championing of Africa-led solutions must remain central to our approach as you discuss the different aspects and paradigms in this conference. These principles should guide how we respond to crisis, support peace operations, and prepare for evolving threats of the 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya remains firmly committed to the cause of regional peace and stability. We envision a future in which African states stand together in mutual defense of our sovereignty and values, where our military cooperation.
Well, that was the President earlier on attending and, of course, addressing at the Africa Chiefs of Defence Conference at 2025 that is currently happening here in Nairobi, where 38 delegation is currently at the conference. It has drawn together all the military chiefs from various countries discussing security matters, especially with the President calling for partnership to tackle emerging security challenges. Our very own Yusuf Farah is following on that particular story and will inform us in our subsequent bulletins. To more news now, where police in Busia town have arrested a 26-year-old Ugandan man with more than 300 stolen phones traced from the counties of Nairobi, Mombasa, Kiambu and Nakuru counties. According to the Western Region Police Commander Isa Mohamud, the suspect Edinuma Rashid Nasuri was nabbed as he attempted to cross the Kenya-Uganda border with the stolen goods, accompanied by Busia County security officers, including Busia Police Commander, that is Abdiaziz Ahmed. The officers said they had traced the origins of the phones to Kamkunji, Embakasi, Tasia, Githurai and Kiambu. Mohamud says another 291 phones are being examined.
we have 69 used phones which are suspected to have been stolen in different parts of Kenya. This was an intelligence-led surveillance by our officers, and we arrested a Ugandan nationality attempting to cross the border to UG with these items. 56 mobile phones have been positively identified as stolen or either snatched or pickpocketed.
Elsewhere, the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders, RESA, has urged the government to initiate a multi-stakeholder dialogue to review the proposals in the 2025 Finance Bill and the recently enacted National Rating Act. Now, the stakeholders are warning that the proposed tax and rating measures could have devastating consequences, especially for affordable housing. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders Vice Chairperson, that is Dominic Thukus, said that the new tax laws threaten to derail housing development and investment.
The country's real estate industry is under pressure and sounding the alarm. In a statement by the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders, RESA says the Finance Bill 2025 and the National Rating Act 2024 could cripple an already strained sector.
The Finance Bill 2025 introduced sweeping tax changes that will do this, among many: shift critical construction material for affordable housing from being zero rated to 16% value-added tax, raising home prices and pushing developers, especially those in low-income housing, out of the market.
RESA also warns that the Rating Act introduces unclear valuation systems for county taxes, increased enforcement measures and property seizure powers, all of which could scare off investors and disrupt project cash flows.
It abolished the 15% preferential tax rate previously available to developers who build over 400 units per year, making scale housing projects financially unattractive. It also imposes a 0.3% annual national property tax on urban residential homes.
Katika seneti, maana hiyo ni jambo la seneti, iangalie kama kunaweza kuwa na uwiano katika mambo ya taxes na zoning the special plans in different counties, so that kusikue na double taxation and different taxes.
The association is now calling for a national dialogue and inclusive engagement with government, urging tax reforms that balance revenue goals with housing affordability and long-term sector growth. With real estate contributing over 12% to Kenya's GDP and employing thousands across the country, stakeholders are hoping their voice will be heard before the finance bill is passed.
The government may tax every single transaction, discourage investments. At the end of the day, they're looking at about 4 trillion. To fund the budget. They have about 3.2 trillion for the budget. So they have a deficit of about 796 billion. They may not get it. Why? Because the people on the ground who produce the taxes are feeling that there are so many regulations that are preventing the thriving of business.
And you appeal the government, maybe they may do it again, that everybody feel that he has something to contribute on this finance bill. So I think we can reach where the government wants to reach if we are consulted effectively and we sit on a round table and discuss those contentious issues.
Ben Chumba, Lunchtime News.
Also, patients seeking kidney transplant surgeries will now access treatment at a subsidized cost of 700,000 shillings offered at the Aga Khan University Hospital. This follows the signing of a partnership between the hospital and the Social Health Authority. Speaking during the signing ceremony of the deal at Aga Khan University Hospital in Nairobi, Health Cabinet Secretary, that is Aden Duale, confirmed that subsidized kidney transplant surgeries will be provided to patients who meet clinical eligibility criteria and demonstrate a financial need. The agreement comes at a time when over 11,000 Kenyans travel abroad annually for specialized medical care. According to the Ministry of Health, Kenyans spent an estimated 14.7 billion shillings on overseas medical treatment last year, signaling the need for a dedicated health financing strategy for non-communicable diseases.
Under this partnership, subsidized kidney transplant surgeries will be provided to patients who meet clinical eligibility criteria and demonstrate financial need. For those qualifying as determined by SHA mean testing instrument, the hospital will cover the costs exceeding the 700 Kenya shillings, 700,000 covered by the Social Health Authority. Through this partnership, we reaffirm our commitment to ensuring that no Kenyan is denied life-saving treatment due to financial constraint.
We will continue to advance the agenda of universal health coverage, by which we will not only provide good quality health care to the population, but we also will increasingly try to work with the public sector institutions to build their capacity as well.
Also, a family in Turiru village, Gatundu North, is in deep mourning following the tragic death of their 11-year-old son, an incident that is drawing national attention to the ongoing doctors' strike that continues to cripple healthcare services across Kiambu County. The boy, who was battling a severe case of pneumonia, was rushed to the Ingenia Level 4 hospital on Tuesday morning. Despite efforts by medics on site, he succumbed to the illness at around 2 p.m.
The family members say their king needed specialized treatment and had been referred to Thika Level 5 hospital. However, the referral was unsuccessful due to the ongoing doctor's strike, which has severely disrupted operations in key county hospitals. The grieving family blames the tragedy on the strike and delays in the transfer process, saying the boy might have survived if he had received timely care.
Asubuhi tulileta mtoto hapa Ikegani atibiwe, lakini tukapata madaktari wamegoma. After kupata madaktari wamegoma, wakampea tu first aid. Naweza sema tu ni first aid. Juu hawakumfanya venye alikuwa anastahili kufanywa, hawakumpea wadi. Alikuwa huyo mtoto alikuwa anafaa kuadimiwa, hakuadimiwa. Wakasema huyo mtoto labda apelekwe Maragwa. Maragwa yenyewe ambulance hairuhusiwi kufika kutoka boundaries za Kiambu ingie kaunti nyingine. So tukaambiwa tutafute hospitali yenye iko karibu na iko Kiambu County. Kutafuta hospitali zote zikasema zimejaa. Juu ya income ya mgomo, sasa hospitali zote zimejaa. Sasa mtoto tukaambiwa itabidi mkubwa wa hospitali Ikegani atafutwe, ndio ongee na mkubwa wa hospitali ya Maragwa ndio apeane ruhusa ya ambulance itoke huku ipeleke mtoto Maragwa, na ni kutoka 6 asubuhi hadi saa 7.
The incident reignited public outcry over the stalled negotiations between the county government and striking doctors.
Geoba viongozi wetu waweze kufikiria wajiko ili tukaweze kuona kana kwamba kuna mioyo tunaweza juu wakati wa madaktari wamegoma tunahatarisha mioyo ya watu wengi. So wale ambao tuliwatuma kwa kazi, tafadhali watufanyie kazi. Kama ni shida imepatikana kwa madaktari, wao wanaasiliana na wawe kitu kimoja ndio tuokoe maisha ya watu.
Residents and rights advocates are calling for urgent intervention to restore medical services, warning that more preventable deaths could occur if the deadlock continues. Jacqueline Masharia for Lunchtime News.
And that story by Jacqueline Mashari takes us to our first commercial break. Don't go too far. On the other side, I will be telling you how the progress when it comes to the Madaraka Day celebrations are ongoing. You do not want to miss that, so don't go too far.
Have a complaint, or is something just not adding up with your pension scheme? It's easy to file a complaint directly with the Retirement Benefits Authority, and it's absolutely free. Just visit www.complaints.rba.go.ke and follow the prompts to file your complaint. RBA will acknowledge your complaint within 7 working days. Your complaint will be reviewed and addressed within 30 working days. Your time and peace of mind are important, and anyone dissatisfied with a decision of RBA can appeal to the Independent Retirement Benefits Appeals Tribunal. RBA is here to listen and resolve your complaint promptly, because your retirement should be stress-free. For more information, visit our website www.rba.go.ke, call our toll-free line 0800-720-300 or email info@rba.go.ke. Secure your future. Secure your peace of mind. RBA, safeguarding your retirement benefits.
Je, umewahi kuwa na deni ya KRA? Basi, usiwe na shaka. KRA wakishirikiana na KBC wamekuandalia roadshow murwa kabisa. Jiunge nasi tukufahamishe kuhusu KRA Tax Amnesty Program na jinsi utakavyoweza kusamehewa adhabu na riba na KRA. Pia, tutakuwa tunakusaidia kujaza fomu za kodi za mwaka 2024 na kukusaidia na huduma za KRA kwa mtaa wako. Jumatano tarehe 28 mwezi Mei, tutakuwa Kisumu City. Tutazuru Kenyatta Grounds, Kibuye, Mamboleo, Kawosh, Manyata, Ahero, Nyamasaria, Nyalenda Stage, Kondele, kisha turejee Kenyatta Grounds. KRA, tulipe ushuru, tujitegemee.
In a world where news is ever changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first.
You have to do the impossible to make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Are you a talented artist? Or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with your music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream. All for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, as promised, I want to take you live to Homa Bay County. That will be the host of this year's 62nd Madaraka Day celebration. Joining us right now is Wycliffe, our very own Wycliffe. Good afternoon, if you can hear me. I also understand that the Mining, Blue and Economy Maritime Affairs Cabinet Secretary Ali Hassan Joho is currently at that particular area. What did the CS have to gather, given that this year's Madaraka Day theme is focusing on maritime affairs?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Abdi. Back in Nairobi, and you've mentioned it right, that
Homa Bay is the host of this year's celebrations of the Madaraka Day. That is the 62nd edition of that national feat. And of course, that event or that function will be happening on Sunday, right within Homa Bay town. That is at the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay town. And today being a Wednesday, there is just a series of events that have been scheduled leading to that particular day. And of course, like you mentioned it, we've had the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Blue Economy, Mining and Fisheries, that is Ali Hassan Joho, who has been here at Achich BMU beach here in Homa Bay town, where he was overseeing the distribution of assorted fishing equipment to various BMU or other beach management units along Lake Victoria within Homa Bay County. And without going further, let me just engage the chairperson of the Kenya National BMU Network, that is Tom Guda, who is actually was with the CS here, and he joining us just shortly to help us understand what exactly has been issued to those BMUs that were represented here. Bonaguda, I will welcome you to KBC Channel 1 on our lunchtime news. Look into the camera. And our viewers at this particular moment would want to know, I can see you're carrying a net. You'll tell us what exactly that is, and how many of them have been issued to how many BMU units around here?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're happy to be here, and we are also honored that the CS Governor Joe has just left here with the entire team. And what makes us more proud is that this theme of Madaraka Day, the 62nd Madaraka Day, is themed Blue Economy, harnessing Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs. That makes us highly, highly happy with what government is doing. So Governor just left here with the team, and we are looking into practical ways of supporting the beach management unit and the fishers in general. So Governor has emphasized on the need for conservation. But again, Governor, His Excellency, the Minister, has also thrown caution that even as we manage the lake, it is important that we provide alternative livelihoods and similarly support the fisherfolk with the right gears. So here, the Governor has distributed assorted items, one of them including the gill nest, the correct mesh size of 5 inches, to almost over 20 beach management unit members. And we have also had the Governor issue floats and other assorted equipments like life jackets and etc. But the messaging that we are carrying out, the members of the beach management unit of the fishers, that we have a caring government, and His Excellency Joe is very caring about the welfare of the beach management unit, and he has promised here that he's going to provide us with rescue boats. He has also promised here that government is going to extend establishment and constructions of a number of fish landing facilities. Already we have 3 in Homa Bay, that is Mainuga in Rachuonyo West. We also have one in Suba West, and we also have another Nandiwa in Suba South.
Sorry to cut you short, but then before we delve into other projects that the government is initiating in this region in the wider spectrum to tap into the blue economy potential, the issue of illegal fishing or the use of illegal fishing gears, how are you addressing that, being the BMU network chair?
We are putting measures, and one most important thing that we have to look into, and this is what I'm telling the stakeholders, is that we need to critically analyze the reasons why the fishers engage in illegalities. Number one is to sensitize them. So as a BMU network, we have an elaborate program of talking to our fisherfolk and advising them on the dangers of consistently using illegalities. And one of them is prime, that you lose illegalities, you reduce stock, then very soon we are going to run out of our business. The other thing that we are doing, of course, we do enforcement. So as beach management units, we are authorized officers. We carry out enforcement together with other officers just to help them understand that what they are doing is wrong. And then we're also linking them to agencies. Like today, Governor, the Minister has helped us by distributing legal gears. So we give substitutes. So we partner with agencies, and we are going to partner with the national government, with the county government, so that even as we eliminate illegalities, we also supply them with alternatives and the correct gears. Yes.
Thank you so much. Abdi, before I hand it back to you, just one more minute to engage the chairperson of this particular beach that we are in. This is a Achich beach that the CS has just left going to another beach. You'll tell us your name and what you are carrying here, and how do you expect this to change entirely your fishing practice?
First, to put the record straight, I'm the chairman of the Homa Bay County Beach Management Unit Network, and I just want to say that what we've seen here is a very good gesture. It's a step in the right direction. All along, the government has been preaching, arresting and impounding of illegal fishing gears without giving solutions. But for the first time, we've seen government, the CS, together with our governor, coming up with the boxes full of goodies, the twines, the floats, the sewing nylons, the life jackets. However little they may be, we want to say that this is a step in the right direction, because it's actually becoming the opposite of what has been happening. The tendency of telling fishermen that we are coming to arrest you, we are coming to burn your nets. Of course, as beach management unit, we know that we should conserve the lake, but with solutions like what CS Joe and Governor Wanga has done today, we want to say that this is something that has never been done before, and we really appreciate it. I'm sure that the few beaches that have benefited, however little they are very appreciated, and you can see even from the look of things, the excitement that the beach management unit have. We are also very much delighted. And I think that all this is happening because of our governor working together with the national government with regards to finding a way of helping the fishermen. And as per what CS Joe has said, which need a lot of emphasis, he has said that other than arresting, they are going to sit down to find solution together with our MPs, together with the governor, to find how fishermen can be supported like they have started in a small way and expand it to the entire county.
Thank you so much. Abdi, that is the leadership of the beach management unit, not just in Homa Bay County, but nationally, speaking to us regarding the gesture that CS Joho has just led an exercise that has seen over 20 BMUs from Homa Bay benefiting from assorted fishing equipment. But then the message that is being sent out there is, let us phase out illegal fishing for the sustainability of Lake Victoria. That's all we have for you at this particular moment. But remember, this is just the beginning of the interviews that we'll be having from today onwards up until Sunday, when President William Ruto will be leading the country in marking the 62nd edition of the Madaraka Day. For now, it's back to you in studio, Abdi.
Well, before we let you, Wycliffe, go, tell us in terms of the preparations for the Madaraka Day celebrations, are everything okay? Did you talk to the governor? What was she saying in terms of the preparations ahead of the day?
Well, that also, thank you for that question, actually. The aspect of preparation for the Sunday Fete featured here massively in the speeches of the governor and also the regional commissioner who was also here. Actually, they said that everything is actually ready, and all Kenyans are invited. Those that will be able to make it here in person are actually invited, because the gates will be open at 4 a.m. Actually, that is what the governor said. The gates will open at 4 a.m. and all Kenyans will be able to make it here in person are all welcome. And it's a great opportunity for Homa Bay County to host this particular fete around the theme Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, given that Homa Bay County hosts the larger chunk of Lake Victoria, Kenya's share of Lake Victoria. And of course, that answers your question regarding the preparation. The governor was very categorical that the preparations are already complete, and Homa Bay is ready to host the 62nd edition of Madaraka Day.
Well, thank you so much. That is our very own Wycliffe just updating us in terms of the preparation. There you have it. The preparations are done. The day is set. It will be on Sunday. All roads are leading to the Raila Odinga Stadium. Of course, people have been told to at least come as early as 4 a.m. as Wycliffe has indicated. And earlier on, Wycliffe was able to engage the Mining, Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs Cabinet Secretary Ali Hassan Joho, who has just issued boats and fishing gears to the fisher folk in line with this year's theme of Madaraka Day celebration, which will be in relation to the country's blue economy and maritime affairs. Our team is already on the ground, as you can see, and will bring you live updates ahead of that particular feat. Elsewhere, police in Busia County have launched a probe to unravel the cause of death of a 50-year-old man whose body was discovered in a swamp in Busia town. The body of the deceased, who has since been identified as Gilbert Ojiambo, was found at the Siteko swamp on Tuesday with parts of his body, including the upper and lower limbs, missing. Now, according to his relatives, led by his son, that is Samuel Wanjala, Gilbert was last seen entering a local bar in Bitu area 10 days ago before his mysterious disappearance. This even as the regional administration in the area decried the increased sale and consumption of illegal alcohol, which has exacerbated insecurity in the region, calling on the government to intervene to curb the menace urgently.
Baba yangu aliweza kupotea tarehe 16 ambayo ilikuwa ni Friday, na alikuwa ametoka kwa mazishi mengine hapo, na wakati alitoka na akasema kwamba wacha aende katika kituo cha pombe na akaweza kuburudika na wenzake. So wakati alifika mahali pale akaweza kuburudika na wenzake, so ilifika time ya kurudi nyumbani, ikawa kwamba hakurudi. Kama amekunywa pombe akiona imemlemea kidogo, inabidi mpaka anajikaza anafika nyumbani. So tukaanza kutafuta kuanzia hiyo Friday, hiyo Saturday hiyo
alipatikana kwa mtoni, amekatwa miguu. Mungu angelimtoa kwa mtoni na mtu mwenye analinda mahindi. Kwa hiyo serikali tusaidie kulingana na sisi tunalia sana, serikali tusaidie tafadhali. Mwenye aliua julikane.
Alipotea akaenda kukunya na wenzake kwa vituo ndio iko mingi Mundu Lucia. Vijana wanatumaliza. Serikali tusaidie, pombe ndio mingi Mundu Lucia. Tukiongea kama mimi mama sitaweza peke yangu. Serikali munisaidie.
Now, residents of Bukhahunga and Mutusma village in Malava, Kakamega County have pleaded with the county government to urgently complete the construction of Kasaya Bridge that connects the two villages. The residents claim that the county governor, that is Fernandez Baraza, has repeatedly claimed that the bridge is completed, yet it remains in a hazardous state, which poses a serious danger to residents and students in the area. The bridge stalled in 2024 after 8 months of construction.
Catchment area ya Mtuma Secondary na wa neighboring school Bukhahunga Secondary School lazima to cross hii river Lusumu. The bridge from Mtuma to Bukhahunga gazetted as Kasaya Wetumbire Bridge. Ni mradi ambao umeanza last year. Pata ya kilio kikubwa sana ya wakaaji wa hii eneo.
Hii daraja yetu inaweza kuumiza watu wengi. Watoto wetu wenye wanasoma yani wakiamka asubuhi tunaanza kutetemeka bila wanaweza enda shule. Sasa tuko na changamoto sana. Mtusaidie, sisi tunataka mtusaidie.
Watoto wetu wengi wanaanguka kwa maji. Hata sisi
Now to another developing story here. Yesterday at the Connected Africa Summit, you were able to hear from the ICT Cabinet Secretary William Kabogo, who clearly stated yesterday at that particular summit that digital trade is rapidly emerging as a strong pillar of Africa's economic transformation, with Kenya positioning itself as a key player. And our very own, as you can see, O'Brien Kimani is at that particular summit itself. O'Brien, what has emerged today from the summit?
Well, asante sana, Abdiaziz, Hashim back there in Broadcasting House. I mean, it is day 2 of the Connected Africa Summit, which is taking place here in Diani, Kwale County. And of course, today the conversation has been how to integrate our systems with the new technology and how to train a ready workforce that is going to drive and deepen digital inclusion here in Africa, because one of the challenges facing Africa when it comes to the growth of ICT is lack of proper training, lack of infrastructure, and of course financing. And guess who is joining us here? Because we are outside here at the exhibition center where various players, are exhibiting what they are offering in this space of ICT. And we are at Soft Tech Solutions, which is a training academy for ICT, and of course in the business of upscaling and ensuring that people are trained in the updated curriculum. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. And this is Philip Ocheng. He's the Director of Programs at Soft Tech Solutions. He's going to give us more information on what's happening in that space. I just want to hear from you. I mean, in your training of ICT personnel, what challenges do you experience?
Thank you very much.
for this opportunity. Some of the experiences that we normally get actually in terms of the trainings is budgetary allocation, especially for the government sectors, and also the staffing in terms of the trainings that we do, because we do several trainings. That is on cybersecurity, project management certifications, the AI certification tracks, the cloud certifications, cloud solutions, and all that, and also ERP. So major challenges that we normally face, especially with the government sectors, that's state agencies, is the budget allocation, the cost cutting, because people need to be trained, skills need to be upgrown, but we don't have that capacity in terms of giving them the pricing to be able to do that. That's the major challenge that I'm going to face.
I have always heard that there's a mismatch between the graduates coming out of our schools and the market needs. Is this true?
That is very true. That's why at Softtech Solutions Limited, we come up with the updated portfolio in terms of certification of what the market demands, especially like as of now, we all hear about artificial intelligence. Here at the Connect Summit, actually, we are one of the privileged people to conduct the pre-summit training on artificial intelligence. These are the current certification courses that the graduates that are coming out here are ready to be able to use in the current job scenario.
And when you look at this sector, what trends are going to define the training of ICT professionals going forward?
Exactly. Now, currently with the ongoing certifications that we are offering, as I mentioned on the artificial intelligence, cybersecurity being a major challenge in the country, we have the latest cybersecurity certification courses that is helping both the private and government and also the NGOs that they are able to use. Cloud certification, everybody is moving out to the cloud. Even we know the elections are coming up. Everything is moving out to the cloud so that there will be a smooth, seamless face for all these programs.
Very good. And we can't wait to integrate deeply ICT and the deployment of AI in our election management going forward.
Exactly, and that's why Softtech Solutions, we offer all the cloud solutions. We have the ERP solutions, we have the data center solutions, and what we call the artificial intelligence solution. This is what we are aiming at, that in the next coming election, with this visibility of the Connected Summit, we are able to integrate and help the government to achieve its objective.
Very good. Softtech Solutions Programs Manager, thank you very much indeed, Mr. Philip Ochieng, for joining us on Channel 1.
Thank you very much.
Very good. I mean, that's what is happening here at Connected Africa. We are here until the fat lady sings, and of course we'll be giving you a daily update on what's happening here. Back to you in Broadcasting House, Hashim Abdiaziz.
Thank you so much. That is O'Brien Kimani, who has been covering the Connected Africa Summit 2025 that was graced yesterday by the ICT Cabinet Secretary, that is William Kabogo, who urged stakeholders to prioritize ethical data practices. There you've just heard O'Brien speaking to some of the stakeholders at that particular event, and of course you'll file for that particular story at the subsequent bulletins. But for now, we want to directly dive into the world of sports, and we want to look at some of the stories making headlines at that particular sector. Let's start off with the tennis, where Novak Djokovic began his quest for a record-breaking 25th Grand Slam single titles with a 3-set win over Mackenzie McDonald at the Roland Garros in France. Now, the commanding 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 victory over McDonald was the 5th successive win following a run of 3 straight losses, continuing his recent resurgence over the 98th ranked American opponent. Also, the 6th Serbian will face France, that is Coren Matot, in the next round of that particular venture. He was defeated by compatriot Clement Tabur in straight sets. Well, 15 minutes past the hour that concludes our broadcast. We'll have more for you in our subsequent bulletins. But in case you want to revisit this particular bulletin, you can go to our YouTube channel at KBC Channel 1, and you can also find more on our webpage at www.kbc.co.ke. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. Lucy Mara is the sign language interpreter. Good afternoon for now.
Je, umewahi kuwa na deni ya KRA? Basi usiwe na shaka. KRA wakishirikiana na KBC wamekuandalia roadshow murwa kabisa. Jiunge nasi tukufahamishe kuhusu KRA Tax Amnesty Program na jinsi utakavyoweza kusamehewa adhabu na riba na KRA. Pia tutakuwa tunakusaidia kujaza fomu za kodi za mwaka 2024 na kukusaidia na huduma za KRA kwa mtaa wako. Ijumaa tarehe 30 mwezi Mei na Jumamosi tarehe 31 tutakuwa na mobile clinic mjini Kisumu pale Kenyatta Grounds na Achok, Nyalenda, maeneo ya Mega Mall. KRA, tulipe ushuru, tujitegemee.
Najua mimi tangu niamke sijapata na kinywaji chai.
Nitaharakisha. Itakuwa ready by 1.
Tuko shule.
I've been raising someone else's kid all these years. At least you deserve to know mtoto wa nani.
What? Fanya hivi, usiongee na mtu, unasikia? Hata mtu akikuuliza anything usijibu.
I need all the documents concerning this house.
Let's be honest. Do you think she'll win this case?
Mbona unaonekana umechanganyikiwa hivyo? Kuna shida? Mambo ya hii nyumba nimemaliza. Hii nyumba haiuzwi. Unajaribu kuniambia kuna kitu umetendekea mtoto wangu.
Think she ran away.
Ati?
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai ubuheri wa afya.
Ni wiki nyingine tunakukaribisha katika kipindi chetu cha mkulima.
Nakumbuka hapa toka tunazungumzia mbinu tofauti za kilimo na pia teknolojia zinazotumika kuimarisha kilimo. Niite Winnie Mandi na mwenzangu
naitwa Boniface Mutunga. Karibuni. Gari letu wiki hii limetupeleka katika shamba la mwihoko. Hapa ndani huwezi kujua nini kinaendelea. Mpaka ukafika ndani utawakuta mbuzi wa maziwa. Sasa nini ambacho unajua kuhusiana na mbuzi wa maziwa? Sasa hapa bali pia kuuzwa maziwa. Maziwa haya yanafanyiwa kuongezewa thamana. Sasa tuingie katika shamba hili tuzungumze na mkulima na tujuze mengi kuhusiana na ukulima wa mbuzi za maziwa. Karibu.
Hili ni eneo la Mwihoko. Tulikutana na Bwana Masharia akiwa katika pilika zake za kila siku, naye alitueleza kazi anayofanya.
Mimi kazi yangu nafanya kazi ya ukulima wa mbuzi, na nimekuwa kwa hii safari ya hii ukulima kuanzia mwaka wa 2011, kwa hivyo sasa nimeifanya miaka 13.
Ili kuipa jamii yake maziwa yenye afya ya kutumia, na kwa sababu ng'ombe wanahitaji sehemu kubwa na chakula kingi, aliamua kufuga mbuzi wa maziwa. Hivyo akaanza na mbuzi wawili wa kike na kiume.
Mimi nalisha hawa mbuzi wanaitwa Alpine. Ukiangalia vizuri hawa mbuzi ni kati ya aina 3 zile zinajulikana Kenya hapa za mbuzi sana. Aina ya kwanza inaitwa Toggenburg, aina ya pili ni Saanen, na aina ya 3 ndio hii Alpine. So mimi nilichukua laini ya hawa Alpine ndio niweze kuspecialize na wao. Haja kubwa sana ile imenifutia sana kuwaweka hawa mbuzi ni kwa sababu ya ile tunaita the production. Wanajua kumaintain hiyo production yao vizuri sana. Then maziwa yao ni quality mzuri. Kwa hivyo wakati customer wangu anakuja kununua maziwa hapa, unapata anaridhika zaidi na ile maziwa.
Ili upate maziwa mazuri, mbali na kuwa na chakula kizuri, unahitaji kuwa na mbegu nzuri ya mbuzi.
Kitu ya kwanza, ukuwe na breed mzuri ya mbuzi. Kitu ya pili, ukuwe na lishe bora. Unajua kuna wakulima wengi kwa sababu alienda akanunua mbuzi mzuri, hataki kumlisha vizuri. Na hapo ndio tunasema yale maziwa huyu mbuzi anatoa, 60% ya hiyo maziwa utokana na ile kitu alikula. Kwa hivyo ukilisha vibaya utapoteza ile 60%. Then kitu ya 3 ni kujengea huyu mbuzi vizuri. Ukiangalia kama mimi venye nimejengea hawa mbuzi vizuri, inawapatianga kitu tunaitanga comfort. Yani hawa mbuzi wako very comfortable mahali wanakaa. Then kitu ya ine ni management. Sasa ukibalance hizo vitu zote ine, for sure ndio unapata production mzuri ama maziwa mingi kutokana kwa huyu mbuzi.
Tofauti ya mbuzi wa maziwa na wanyama, mbali na kuwa moja haina uwezo wa kutoa maziwa, iko kwa utunzi wao na lishe.
Tofauti ya mbuzi wa maziwa na mbuzi wa nyama ni kukua huyu mbuzi anawekwa kwa sababu ako na uwezo wa kutoa maziwa. Yule mbuzi mwingine tunaita mbuzi wa nyama, yeye hana, hata ukimulisha kama venye nimelisha hawa, hakuna maziwa atakupea kwa sababu aina yake si ya kuweka maziwa, aina yake ni ya kunona ndio aweke nyama mingi. Kwa hiyo hata kupea maziwa. Na hapo sasa ndio tunatofautisha mbuzi wa nyama na mbuzi wa maziwa.
Uzuri pia wa mbuzi, kama mkulima una uwezo wa kuamua unataka azae mara ngapi kwa mwaka.
Mbuzi anabeba mimba miezi 5. Alafu analea yule mtoto miezi 3. Already hiyo ni miezi 8. Kwa hiyo hana uwezo wa kuzaa mara 2 kwa mwaka, lakini ako na uwezo wa kuzaa mara 3 kwa miaka 2. Kwa sababu tunachukuanga miaka 2 iko na miezi 24, unagawa mara 3, unapata hiyo ni miezi 8. Kwa hiyo unapata huyo mbuzi, kama wewe kazi yako ni kuzalisha mbuzi, ako na uwezo wa kuzaa mara 3 kwa miaka 2. Ukikuja kwangu, mimi nimeweka hawa mbuzi kwa sababu ya maziwa. Mimi napendanga mbuzi wangu akizaa mara 1 kwa mwaka, ndio nikuwe na kipindi kirefu cha kukamua.
Ikilinganishwa na maziwa ya ng'ombe, maziwa ya mbuzi bei yake huwa ghali kidogo. Lita moja ya maziwa ya mbuzi huwa kati ya shilingi 250 hadi 300.
Maziwa ya mbuzi ni shilingi 250. Kwa sababu ya zile faida tumesema zake, hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza inafanyanga ikuwe na demand. Sasa ikiwa na demand, unapata nayo supply iko low. Yani wakulima wangapi wanalisha mbuzi? Unapata si wengi. Then sasa hapo ndio bei huenda juu, because yule mkulima ako na hiyo maziwa ataiuza venye anataka kwa ile bei anataka. So unapata hiyo bei imeenda juu. Kitu ya pili ni kukua watu hawajaelewa kabisa na ukulima wa mbuzi za maziwa. Sasa unapata ya kwamba watu wengi wameingilia kama ukulima wa maziwa ya ng'ombe. Kwa hivyo ukienda kwa maziwa ya ng'ombe iko almost everywhere. It is locally available. So unapata sasa hiyo pia inadidimia bei yake iende chini. Sasa maziwa ya mbuzi nayo haiko kwa market.
Mbali na kwamba wafugaji wa mbuzi wa maziwa ni wachache, maziwa ya mbuzi yana madini mengi muhimu kwa binadamu.
Kitu mmoja ile inafanya tuimize watu waweze kutumia maziwa ya mbuzi ni kwa sababu utasikia mara kwa mara watu wakisema maziwa ya mbuzi ni dawa. Na ikiwa dawa, watu wengi sasa wanataka kuitumia, lakini wengi hata hawajui hiyo dawa inapatikana aje kwa ile maziwa ya mbuzi. But maziwa ya mbuzi imejulikana kwa utafiti ya kuwa ndio iko na calcium mingi sana, na haina cholesterol na haina insulin. Kwa hivyo ukiitumia asako, kama kwa mfano kwa wale watoto wadogo, unapata mtoto amekuwa mdogo hajaweza kutembea kwa wakati ambao unafaa. Ukienda hospitali utasikia huyo mtoto akiambiwa akona deficit ya calcium. Sasa instead ya kumpatia zile madawa, unapata watu wengi wana opt kumpea maziwa ya mbuzi. Unapata kama kwa mfano pia wazazi wetu wameanza kuzeeka, umri umewashika. Sasa unaanza kusikia mzazi akilia mgongo, miguu. Definitely hiyo inakuanga ni calcium hana. So unapata anaanza kukunywa maziwa ya mbuzi kwa sababu ya ile calcium. Kitu ingine ni wale watu wako na ugonjwa ya kama diabetes, ile high blood pressure. Sana sana utasikia wakiambiwa wasikule mafuta ile iko na cholesterol. Na hiyo ndio maana unasikia wengi wakiambiwa pia wasitumie sukari. Sasa maziwa ya mbuzi hapo inaingia kwa sababu maziwa ya mbuzi haina insulin, yani ile sukari. Maziwa ya mbuzi haina ile cholesterol. Na hiyo ndio maana unaona ukichemsha maziwa ya mbuzi haipati ile cream. Inakuwa na cream lakini inakuwa ni ya white. Kwa maana iko na mafuta lakini mafuta yake haina cholesterol. Ndio maana haiwezi shikana. So inakuwa inafaa sana hasa kwa wale watu hawajisikii vizuri kwa hizo njia mbili nimesema. Ya tatu ni wale watu wa HIV. HIV pia wanatumia hii maziwa sana, kwa sababu hii maziwa inasaidia kuboost the immunity ya mwili wa yule mgonjwa. Kwa hivyo unapata sasa pia wale watu wanaelezewa watumie hiyo maziwa. Wale watu wengine sana wanatumia maziwa ni wale wanajua umuhimu wa kuitumia hata kama hauko mgonjwa. Hata kama hujaelekezwa na daktari uitumie, umeshajua umuhimu wake. Kwa maana hii si ati iko na chemical, si dawa utasema umeitumia ile tunaita umetumia dawa vibaya. Sasa unapata kuna wale wamejua umuhimu wa hii maziwa, hata kama hana shida yote ya mwili, unapata anatumia hii maziwa.
Licha ya kwamba watu wengi wanaoishi mijini huzingatia aina moja ama nyingine ya kilimo, changamoto huwakodolea kwa sababu ya tatizo la maji na pia maarifa ya kutumia teknolojia katika kilimo na ufugaji.
Changamoto kubwa sana ile nimeona ya kulimia hapa jijini, kwanza ni nafasi. Watu wengi wako na nafasi kidogo sana. Then watu wengi wameingilia ile mtindo ya kusema mimi kwa sababu hapa ni jijini, wacha nijenge nyumba za kukodisha. Sasa unapata nafasi hakuna. Hiyo ni changamoto moja kubwa sana. Changamoto ingine ya pili, wale watu wako jijini hawajawahi zingatia ukulima kama kazi ile ingine yoyote. Unapata mimi hapa nimezingatia hii ukulima kukua ndio kazi yangu, na ndio maana umenipata kwa ofisi yangu, kwa sababu hapo ndio ofisi yangu. Wewe ukiamka uende ofisini mwako, mimi naamkanga naja hapa. Sasa changamoto pale ni kuwa watu wengi hapa jijini hawajaamini ukulima kama shughuli ya kazi kama yule mtu wako kwa ofisi. Sasa unapata mtu kwanza yeye mwenyewe ujidharau. Ukiuliza mkulima